Yeah, I think so. It's given them a little bit gave them a day or two to do their Christmas shopping and get what they needed to do out of the way, and now they can focus fully on the football.
And in terms of focusing on the football, is that actually quite useful, bearing in mind you've got 3 games coming up in 7 days?
I think you're used to it anyway. I think you grow up in football. That's one of the trade-offs. It's best life in the world, but there are sacrifices you have to make, and you be around football long enough, you get used to a truncated or slightly different Christmas.
And from a personal point of view, did you manage to get out to a game last weekend?
It was Plymouth were at home, but it was too late to get down there by the time the game was called off, so I went to Bristol City.
Rightio, and obviously you'll have watched it since. What did you make of Plymouth's 2-1 win over Morecambe?
Just what we thought anyway. I think Stephen's done a brilliant job. It's not easy taking over from someone who's been successful, but he's gone in and he's put his stamp on it, and he's done ever so well. They're top of the league on merit. So table tells you at the moment they're the best team in the league. So it's a brilliant challenge for us, and one we're looking forward to.
I suppose it doesn't get much tougher, does it, than at home to the league leaders on Boxing Day. They went back to the top of the table. It was their first win in a little while. What do you sort of put that sort of run without a win that they had down to? I mean, did they take a little while to recover from their FA Cup exit?
No, I don't think so. I think when you watch the games back, certainly the games they've been dominant in the games. They've got a really good brand of football. They've got a distinctive style and a way of playing, but they're very resilient, hard to break down. Their defensive record's good. I think they were just a little bit unfortunate in the games that I've seen not to take the chances that they created.
They also played in the trophy on Wednesday night, won on penalties. I guess their preparation's been very different to yours, hasn't it, in terms of lots of games as opposed to you haven't played for a little while.
Yeah, but there's no magic formula in football. You don't. There's no ideal preparation. Sometimes you're better off having the rest. Sometimes you're better off playing the games. They made a couple of changes against Wimbledon, mixed up a little bit. So I'm sure they'll be. We're preparing for Plymouth at the very, very top of their game.
And what does it take to be in a situation where you can get a result from that? I mean, presumably you need everyone to be on their game as well.
Oh, we just have to concentrate on us and our performance. So I always say to the lads, you can get beat, no problem with you getting beat, but it's the manner that we go about it. And generally we just concentrate on ourselves and making sure that we do what we're capable of. And if we do believe that we're good enough against anybody to get a result.
Dylan Barkers has got his deal extended until the end of the season. How much has he impressed you since returning from his loan spell?
Dylan, been really frank with Dylan. Dylan is bags and bags of potential. He's got unbelievable attributes. And we're waiting for him to put it together consistently. You see it in little flashes, you see it sporadically. If he can put it together, then there'll be a real player in there. There's only so much time we can give Dylan to get that out, and he's got a little window now to keep progressing and show us that he can start to apply those attributes on a consistent basis.
And how do you draw that potential out of him? I mean, presumably, actually, the short-term deals ensure that he stays hungry, for starters.
Yeah, I don't think, generally our squad, you shouldn't be having to keep people hungry. I mean, we're not the biggest players in the world. So I don't think anybody comes to us to get rich. They come here for the the environment and the opportunity. So if I'm having to give out short-term contracts to keep people hungry, then we'd probably have a problem, and we wouldn't be looking to bring that type of character in anyway. So I think we've just got to give Dylan the one thing we can give people is opportunity. So we've given Dylan an opportunity. What he does with it and how he runs with it now is down to him.
Obviously, Christmas Day, special time. What do you do with the players then? Is it just give them their own programme and to do some work themselves on the morning?
Yeah, we won't get the lads in Christmas Day. So, again, I don't think there's any right or wrong. I've plenty of times in my career I've come in Christmas Day and plenty of times I've been off, but I think generally you get people in, their focus is somewhere else. They don't want to be in. Generally the days are get in and get away as quick as you can, so the quality of work isn't there anyway. And they've shown in the past they're a genuine bunch and you can trust them. So we'll do the work today, we'll do the work tomorrow, and then I'll trust them to prepare themselves properly Christmas Day, ready to go on Boxing Day.
And everyone focuses on, what people eat and drink on Christmas Day. How important is it that they haven't got to travel too many miles as well? Because actually, where you base yourself ahead of a game, and don't spend too long in the car, can that be important as well?
Listen, I think they've all been around it long enough now that they know what they need to do to make sure that they give themselves the best chance on Boxing Day. So we've given them that trust. I think as a staff we've shown them that trust, and I'm confident that they'll pay us back with a performance.
Injuries? How's the squad?
Yeah, no, they're all good. They're all good. Few coughs and sniffles, same as pretty much everyone this time of year, I think. But generally, apart from that, everyone's all right.
Thanks, Wade. Good luck. Have a good
Cheers.
Christmas.
Cheers, Paul. Thank you.
Wade, Perry and Ferry, are they back or close to being in the mix?
Yeah, they're both back. They both trained all week, so yep, they're available.
That is good news, because obviously the people who've come in have done well, but they were two that were starting regularly, weren't they, before they got their injuries? How nice it to bring them both back.
I thought they were both performing really well. I thought Will was getting stronger and stronger before he got his injury. I thought TP's been excellent for us, really good. So the more good players we've got available is good for me. And I think if you're fortunate enough at the minute to have a shirt, I think you look around the squad and you see the likes of TP, Will, and the others that have been coming in and doing very well, and all of a sudden there's a real healthy competition.
Yeah, Ryan Jackson got injured at Forest Green, didn't he? It didn't feature in the Chelsea game. Is he fine now? Is he back to normal?
Jacko's fine. Jacko's trained all week, so there's another one that you could put in. I think when Jacko's played and come in, he's been excellent as well. So real good competition in the squad, which is good, because it's obviously a busy period ahead of us.
You said when you're playing, sometimes you're in on Christmas Day, sometimes you're off. Any particular Boxing Day highlights for you in your career?
Can't remember, to be honest. Career seems that long ago now, John. Remembering less and less games. No, none that stick out.
So I was going to say, were there certain managers that you knew would always have you in on Christmas Day, and then others that you, like you and Michael Duff, also didn't get the players in?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of times I was in. Not certain managers. I think it changed from year to year and fixtures, and if we had an away game, generally we'd be in the evening and we'd travel and we'd stay over. I think that's what I know. Last year Plymouth stayed at the Juries, so I think they reported in the evening. They'll report in the evening and travel together and eat and be in the hotel. So I think it just depends on the fixture and manager's preference and sometimes the group that you've got. I think I might have been in one or two dressing rooms where the manager wasn't too sure that we'd be drinking and eating the right things, so he got us in. I'm pretty confident with this group that they won't be going mad on the quality street.
Yeah, it seems like a long time since you had a home league game, doesn't it? I think it was the Wickham game, mid-November, which was obviously a good result. But it's going to be a good crowd. I think seats are sold out. Plymouth obviously going to pack the away end out. How much are you looking forward to playing in front of what could be, probably will be, the biggest crowd of the season so far?
That'd be a good. Like I say, I said this to the players yesterday. It's Boxing Day game at home, top of the league. You couldn't want a better game to really go and attack.
And just finally, Wade, Grant Horton has gone on loan to Bohemians. As we discussed, Dylan Barker's signed to the end of the season. Is it basically they've got half a season now to persuade you that they're worth keeping on?
Yeah, a little bit. That is a fair. I'd say that's a fair summary. I had a similar conversation with Grant. We could have been selfish and kept Grant in because he's a great kid, he's a great trainer, and we like to have cover in that position. But I'm not sure that would have been the right thing for Grant. I think he needs to go and play. And Bohemians were really keen to have him. We're knocking on the door for a long time, so we know he's going to be valued. We know he's going to be given a good opportunity. He's comfortable there because he's been there and he's done well. So we think that gives him the best chance to go and play a lot of games and really show what he's capable of, and hopefully he can do that and we'll be the beneficiaries of it.